Today, I'm going to be covering Broadmoor Prison slash hospital.
Oh, interesting.
Now, I say Broadmoor Prison slash hospital because it is a high security prison, but it's actually a hospital um, for the criminally insane. I'm going to list you some of the most famous people that had spent time there. So we've got Robert Napper, who was done for Rachel Nickell murder on Wimbledon Common in the 90s. He was actually already there when he was convicted of that murder because he had been convicted of, unfortunately, in the time it took to catch him for that murder, he murdered a woman and her daughter. I'll talk about that more later. So he was already in Broadmoor when he got convicted of this other murder. He was a schizophrenic. And we've also got, I'm going to try to say this name right, but also he killed a man, so I'm not that bothered if I get it wrong. Michael Adebowale, who killed Lee Rigby in 2013, in Woolwich, the military guy.
Soldier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously had Peter Sutcliffe, the Yorkshire Ripper. He's probably one of the most famous residents. He was there for a good 30 years. You had, I think, both of the Crays at different times, but Ronnie Cray. I'm going to go into more details for all of these. Charles Bronson, who never got done for murder, and yet is often referred to as the most notoriously dangerous criminal of all time, which is interesting.
Yeah, that's really weird.
Yeah, and I'm going to talk about that a bit more, and we will see whether that little sort of reputation is justified. David Copeland, I'm sure you remember this, living in London around about the time, but he was the one who did the nail bomb attacks in the gay areas of London, up in Camden, I believe, and in Soho. He's there. Graham Young, the poisoner who got done at age 14 for killing his whole family. More info to follow. Some people involved in the 7/7 London bombings. So, I mean, there's some high profile criminals that end up there.